pay attention to those who water the roots and not just come to pick the fruits.
Oh, I love that analogy.
Yes. And I don't know where I saw it. It was a picture, and it was a picture of a bowl of apples. And, I was thinking more in the terms of a tree, that pay attention to those who come to water the roots, not just come and pick the fruits.
Yeah. I love it. So how did this story come about for you?
Well, it's probably been a few years that I've been learning the lesson, and a lot of tears and a lot of, dark nights of the soul and sleepless nights. I had, I guess, early on, starting an organisation, a lot of lessons, which I'm really grateful for now and thankful for, but it was me not recognising my self-worth and not having any boundaries. And that I really think has what's changed everything. But before that, it was pretty miserable, actually.
Yeah. And as women, we do that to ourselves a lot, don't we?
Yeah. Absolutely, and I think, I love the work of Brene Brown, and I teach boundaries. We teach what we need to learn, but I didn't have many boundaries because I had this need to be liked, and I'd had a fear of criticism, that even when I knew something wasn't right, I didn't speak up because I didn't want to upset anybody.
Yep. It's so funny that most women have the exact same belief within us. And then when we talk to each other, we realise that our own beliefs are bullshit because we're calling out each other on it.
Absolutely, and I could see it in other people, easily recognisable in people who, were nervous, or in the other times, the people that did speak out, or, there's a really big difference between boundaries and barriers.
Yep.
People that were very shut down and wouldn't actually speak from their heart, wouldn't show any vulnerability, but from past woundings or whatever experiences they'd had, they were very barriered, and that doesn't get anybody anywhere either. That's a closed door. That's a brick wall.
Yep. So was there one key lesson or key moment that really sunk home this?
It had more than one, but it was an opportunity. I'm a bit thick, it takes a while for it to sink in. It was the opportunity to actually step outside of myself and see reflected what I had done, what I had created through somebody else's eyes.
Yep.
And it wasn't until then that I went, wow, actually, this is a really big deal, and it's so precious and so valuable that I need to protect it.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, I've got to protect myself.
Yeah.
I've got to put myself first. And the main thing that I have to do, and everybody has to do, is listen to your intuition.
Yes.
When it's wrong, your gut feeling, or however you want to call it, when it says no, believe it, listen to it, and act on it. And sooner the better.
Yeah. So how do you, I've been speaking to people about intuition a lot lately, and I find people feel their intuition in different spots. So where do you feel your intuition?
It's actually my right shoulder.
Okay.
I recognise things through smell.
Yeah.
And this sounds really strange, but I can smell bullshit a mile away.
Love it.
I can also smell, I guess it would be like home. Belonging. When I recognise somebody that I know we're on the same path, we're on the same wavelength. It smells like raspberries. Sometimes it's a beautiful smell, and quite often I won't maybe connect with them the first time I smell it or the first time I meet it, but we'll cross paths again.
Yeah.
And people will have time, and especially with this new age of social media, you'll go, I've met you before. And you haven't actually met, or you may have been mutual friends or seen each other's comments or something like that. Then when you meet them, and this happened just the other day, it happens all the time, but you go, I do know you, and whether it's past life or whatever, we're on the same path at the same time, and there's something to be learned and something to be gained, and usually it's just a real nice sense of belonging. And so the other thing is my right shoulder, for some reason, and at strange times when I'm vacuuming, when I'm in the shower, a lot of dreaming. It's almost like there's somebody there, and I think it might be my nana.
Oh, that's beautiful.
My nana was Scottish, and so it's quite recognisable, and it will usually be a bit of a warning. And doubt and things like that. So good and bad. And if we needed any more confirmation, I love the tarot, I love tea leaves, I love palm reading, I love all of those things. But we don't need them because our intuition or our gut will always tell us. Will always.
Oh, I love it. No wonder we connect so well.
Yeah.
Okay, so so now that you listen to your intuition, do you find that's really helped pick out the right people? So you're no longer finding people who are just picking the fruit?
Yes. In fact, as of, recently, this is all, I think I'm really grateful that I learned so many lessons early on, that now I understand this, that if you just stay on your path, if you know what your calling is, if you know why you're here, and, I'm lucky that I do, found that out really early on, just keep going, the right people will come. And it's not that the wrong people came at all, because everybody's played a very, important part, teaching lessons and helping us to get where we are. But if you just stay on your path and have a really strong sense of self-worth, firm boundaries, but always with an open heart, and it takes you to look at things from a million different perspectives. You can't just say, right, this is the way it is, narrow, closed mind at all. Everything, interesting point of view. Everything, even the stuff that really irks you and pisses you off, it's an interesting point of view. It's well worth looking at. And I think that, again, if you stay on your path, the right people will come. And so, for people that are struggling or feeling alone, you just got to keep going, because they will come. They will.
And that's the whole reason you set up Red Tent, wasn't it?
And I had no idea what was going to happen when I started. I started because I was lonely. And it was purely selfish. I knew what I didn't want and what I didn't have time for. I had a baby. He was the youngest of, I've got 4 babies plus 2 sons, so 5 boys, 1 girl. So busy, but I didn't know anybody. I knew the kids and my partner, and I had one friend, and she lived about an hour away, and she works really, really hard, so I hardly see her. And I didn't want to waste my time with bullshit. Superficial silliness. And I wasn't going to compete or try and convince anybody to be my friend. So I just sat, and luckily people came and sat with me. And that alone, not going out. And, obviously I didn't sit on my couch in my house. I had to go out and create it. But that alone was sort of putting myself out there, and looking back now, I had no idea what I was doing. I was shitting myself, going, is anybody going to be my friend?
Oh, but look at how far you've come from that. Like, how many branches of Red Tent do you have now?
We've got, I think, 28.
Whoa!
But we're doing facilitator training again just next week in New South Wales. So we've got a lot in Queensland. We get inquiries almost every day from Victoria and WA and everywhere else, but we're focusing on New South Wales for 2018. So we'll be opening about another 6 in 2018 in New South Wales, and I think there's another 2 or 3 scheduled to open in Queensland.
Wow. It's so exciting watching everything that you're doing and like everything Red Tent stands for. Like, it is all about that heart center, and I think it's beautiful.
And I think that the time has come. We women's circles have been around since the beginning of time. Obviously, we've been sitting in circles longer than we haven't had, but people have been finding out about women's circles, and it's been sort of more commonplace, and find a women's circle, and Robert Hart, and you see all the memes on Facebook and everything. So we've been going for, it'll be 5 years in April, because my little guy just started prep, and he was 2 weeks old. And so I kind of think that we've sort of stood the test of time, and the reason is because the most amazing women get the vision, they see it, and they are heart-led and heart-centered. And, we just keep going because it's growing and growing and growing.
Oh, I love it. I love being a part of Red Tent. I think it's a beautiful organisation, and more people need to be.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, and I think people are hearing the call, and the nice thing about Red Tent is it's a real sisterhood. Nobody's competing against each other, and that's for somebody who's been in a corporate environment or any kind of sales position or basically any job, and even you know, from high school when we get tested and ranked against each other, to come in and realize that we deem our success on how many people we can help succeed. You know, what do you let us help? And so for the facilitators, that's a real genuine thing, that we all band together and help each other to get, you know, achieve our goals. And for the people that are joining as participants, it's belonging.
Yes.
There's no need.
Yep.